One of the things that human beings underestimate dramatically is their capacity to get great at something if they're totally immersed in it.
If you don't love it, move on immediately. And if you're afraid of it, move into it immediately. Focused action is always the answer.
So everything I saw, whether it was TV shows, whether it was books I read, people I talked to, everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player.
Rise and shine, it's espresso time.
I wake up every morning.
Espresso, keep me going.
I wake up every morning.
Hey, it's Evan Carmichael, and this channel was created to help you overcome the #1 challenge that is holding you back, a lack of belief in yourself. You watch these videos because you know there's something greater inside you as well. You've got Michael Jordan level talent at something. So let's start your day off right together. Grab your coffee and sip on today's message from Ed Mylett. Also, if you want to have more confidence, check out my 254 series. It's free. The links to join are in the description below.
Keeping promises that you actually make to yourself. In other words, self-confident people really are self-trusting people.
You know, one of the things that human beings underestimate dramatically is their capacity to get great at something if they're totally immersed in it, totally laser focused on something. But as I've coached the very high-end athletes in my life, the top business people and entertainers, I can tell you that most people underestimate what total obsessive laser focused really is and what it looks like, because you are way more powerful than you know you are if you went crazy, psycho, obsessed, laser focused on anything, even something you're totally ill-prepared for. Humans have an unreal capacity to get great at things, even if they don't have a natural talent for it, if they're immersed in it, and to learn something and acquire a ton of knowledge in a short period of time as well. Society is conspiring all the time in our culture to completely distract you so you never win, to just divert your focus and attention. Look over here, look at this shiny thing, look at this TV show, look at this sports team, worry about what's going on here in this war. And they get these different things on television and our phones and in our lives to just get us distracted. So we never get obsessed. We never get laser focused for an extended period of time.
If you are not focused on your goals, you either don't want them or you are afraid of them. You might just not want to do them. You might be in the wrong thing. You might have picked the wrong goals for the wrong reasons. Or you're afraid of your goals. You're afraid of failing. You're afraid of it not working out and what that means. Either way, the answer is action. If you don't love it, move on immediately. And if you're afraid of it, move into it immediately. Focused action is always the answer. So one of the entrepreneurs that I've invested into, his name is Alex. He helps me run Toronto Dance Salsa, which is the largest salsa dance school in Canada, maybe North America. And we're sitting down reviewing his goals and reviewing his habits and making sure that what he said he was going to do matches to him accomplishing his goals. And there were a couple things that were big things on the list that he had to get done, and he was afraid of making a mistake. So for example, we're trying to create the interior of the studio and make a wall that speaks to the purpose of the company, speaks to the mission, the vision, what we're trying to accomplish. And we want to have something beautiful that people want to take their pictures on. And he's so afraid of getting it right. He's so afraid of doing the wrong thing that he does nothing. And every time he opens up the file to look at what he wants to do and different ideas, he's afraid he's gonna make a mistake. He's afraid he's gonna invest time, energy, dollars, my money into something that then when people show up, say, huh? And it doesn't work out. He's so afraid to fail that he doesn't take action, which becomes the biggest failure of all. So here was our solution. Procrastination Power Hour. Said every day, PPH, put it into your calendar for 1 hour. This is your PPH time. The thing that you have been procrastinated on, right? The thing that serves the business. If you've been procrastinating on it and you don't like it and it doesn't serve the business, great, get rid of it. That's not what we're talking about. It's the things that you're afraid of. The things that you don't want to make a mistake on, that you're just pushing aside because there's all this busy work that comes in. Because yes, we have to respond to customers. And yes, we got to do all the work that goes into the day-to-day of running the company. But if you're so focused on just the day-to-day and never focus on the things that will actually help you grow the bigger picture stuff, then guess what happens? You never do the bigger picture stuff. Especially if it's because you're afraid, then you have to take action. So we planned a daily procrastination power hour that he puts into his calendar, and he looks at it. And when he gets there, he thinks, what am I procrastinating the most on? And he's got this list and he starts attacking it. And having that in his calendar is the thing that actually started building momentum for those big projects. So I've got a 3-step process you can use to stay more focused and get your work done. Let's do it. Step number 1 is plan your procrastination power hour. You have to put it in your calendar. If it's not in your calendar, it's not going to get done. If you're just hoping that one day you magically get yourself, it's not going to happen. The things that you've been procrastinated on, the things that you're afraid to do, the things that will actually move the company forward that you've been sitting on, you have to put in your calendar. You've been procrastinating. It's not acceptable anymore. It's time to move on. 1 hour every day, dedicated, put it in procrastination power hour, and then make a list of all the things you've been procrastinating on. And that's the only thing you're allowed to work on in that hour. Don't check Facebook. Don't check your Instagram. Don't be answering phone calls. No interviews. Maybe you take a couple losses for your business. That's okay, because you focus on something big that will catapult the company forward. Plan your procrastination power hour. Step number 2 is map your actions to your ambitions. So your actions have to map to your ambitions. What you say you want to do, what you say you want to accomplish, these goals, this vision, this great big thing that you have, that I know you have, because you're purpose driven. That's why you're watching this channel. You want to accomplish big things and have a big impact on the world. Great. What you say you want, are you doing the steps? Look at your calendar, pull it up, load it up, take out your phone, pause this video, and load it up and see, what are you doing the next week? How are you gonna spend the next 7 days? Look at the tasks that you've assigned for yourself, the meetings you're gonna have, where you're gonna be blocking your time, what you're spending that valuable time you have on. Do your actions map to your ambitions? If you did the things that you say are in your calendar for the next week, will that help you move closer to your goals? Success is habits. Success is what you consistently do. You are what you consistently do. Not what happens in these one-off moments. You could watch a video, get all amped up and motivated and be on fire and work, but then you fall back to regular life. That's not going to move the needle for your business. It's what you do consistently. So every week, it's looking at that calendar and saying, if I did this stuff, if I did these tasks, if I accomplished these things, I will move closer to achieving the life that I want and accomplishing the goals that I've set for myself. Your actions have to map to your ambitions. And step number 3 is chart your start. This is having a powerful morning routine that sets you up for success. I go through 5 S's every morning. The most important one is the 3rd one, which is soar, where I want to do the thing every day that makes me soar, that makes me feel like the work I do matters, that the thing that I do has meaning and value. Because I could have the greatest day of all time. Maybe I'm meeting an entrepreneur and it fills me up knowing that I helped them, but then I wake up tomorrow and it's like I'm starting over. Every day it feels like I'm starting over. And so you need that injection daily and ideally first thing in the morning. So whatever the thing is for you, if it's watching these videos, amazing. I have one for you every morning. If it's a 254 series that I have around confidence or self-love or motivational speakers, all of that, great. Go sign up. It's free. You get it to your inbox at 5 a.m. Eastern, I think, every morning. If it's reading a book or listening to a podcast or doing an act of service and buy the coffee for the person behind you in line every day, whatever the thing is that makes you soar, like you're bold, confident, alive, capable of doing great things. When you believe in yourself that you can do something amazing, that's what I'm talking about. Making that consistent and putting it into your morning routine, because if you woke up every morning and did the thing that made you feel unstoppable, bold, confident, man, I guarantee you your life is going to look dramatically different 6 months, 12 months, 18 months down the line. You won't even recognize the person who you used to be. But you have to demand it from yourself by putting it into your morning routine. Chart your start. Now I've got a really special bonus clip that I think you're going to enjoy. But before that, question of the day, I want to know, what have you been procrastinating on that you're going to take care of today? Let me know down in the comments below. And if you promise to take some action after watching this video, we don't just watch videos here. Don't just watch another video. You got to do something. You're an action taker. So promise yourself, promise me, but more importantly, promise yourself that you're going to write believe down in the hashtag below, put that in the comments, and then go do work and keep that commitment to yourself. Let's go.
Do you think one of the edge you had over everybody else was the biggest percentage of your focus was on one thing? Do you see it that way? Like that was my edge over everybody else?
I do. At the time, I didn't really understand that, right? So, you know, basketball for me was the most important thing. So everything I saw, whether it was TV shows, whether it was books I read, people I talked to, everything was done to try to learn how to become a better basketball player. Everything. And so when you have that point of view, then literally the world becomes your library to help you to become better at your craft.
Focus.
Focus, yeah.
I focus on everything. I mean, I focus on one thing at a time. Most of you are engaged in 2, 3, 4 different endeavors, and you're not doing any of them very well. Focus on one. And I never get in a business I'm not looking to exit. But by the way, I said it yesterday. For those of you, and I read some emails from a couple of you, you have a business 2 years ago, and now you're doing 250,000 or 260,000 euros in revenue. That's geometric growth. You started from zero 24 months ago. You're now doing 250,000 euros. That's geometric growth. But now, what did I say yesterday? You start playing not to lose instead of playing to win. Focus. I mean, and it's a single key thing when you're an athlete. And I wasn't an athlete by any stretch of the imagination, but the world-class athletes I've had the privilege of working with, all the same thing, focus. If they're basketball players, and I had the pleasure of working with the Lakers back in their heyday, they wake up, they go to sleep with the basketball, literally. Footballers, they go to sleep, I mean, from the time they get up to the time they go to bed. That's all they think about is focus.
If you want Ed Mylett's advice on how to sell your dream, check out the video right there next to me. I think you'll enjoy it. Continue to believe, and I'll see you there.
Great entrepreneurs are constantly conscious of selling the dream to their employees, to their clients, to their vendors.